Today we're going to deviate from just doing lyrics autopsies on my off time and take a look at a Reddit post, because apparently this is what humanity has come to, where we have thirsty lowlives that demand a girlfriend when there's probably a reason they can't get laid themselves. Now, I've been browsing around Reddit for funny or relatable content. Lately I had been browsing a sub called Popular Opinion, contrary to unpopular opinion, because the people on unpopular opinion seem to disagree with everything and just defeat the purpose of that subreddit. Now, I've seen disagreeable posts on popular opinion before. Posts that defend the Trump insurrection. Like, literally, I know it's a running gag on this channel, but there are people that try to justify the Capitol riot on this sub. But what you're seeing here is probably what did it for me in popular opinion. And I can hear you all now telling me I'm being overdramatic, but we need state-mandated goth gamer girlfriends. It's a basic human right that we all deserve. I'm sorry, but if you don't think that these are the ramblings of incels, state-mandated goth GFs, basic human right? These are the ramblings of an incel. This is exactly what incels want, state-mandated girlfriends. This is what incels want. They see women as nothing more than property that they believe the government should distribute to men across the world, or at least the country. Extra bothersome to me is the fact that these have to be goth gamers, or maybe even just goths. Because I don't know how they would find millions of goth gamer girls without forcing them to play video games for hours on end, and I don't know how they would even find the millions of goth girls they need to satisfy every single man in this country without just subjugating the goth community and ripping apart goth couples, or raiding cities across the world and kidnapping the diaspora of women who live by the goth subculture. So this is just morbid, and it fills me with anger that someone would put this out into the universe, and a fear for goth women that live in the same world as these two abominations. The OP and the person that agreed with the post and also called for state-mandated femboys. Why femboys? I don't know, I guess for the gay fellas. It's sickening. I'm actually starting to fear for goth women. This is what happens when the desires of simps go unquenched. They become angry with the world, specifically at women, and they start calling for these radical things to happen. The sexual enslavement of women, whether they're goth or whatever, is something that should never be advocated for. If you need a goth fucktoy this badly, try your luck with a dating profile, or go find a hooker that, even though she might look goth, you can tell she probably fakes the whole fucking act for more customers, because shallow men are turned on by the makeup, fishnets, the pale skin, the amount of skin that's showing, which, if that's how you want to dress, then go for it. I'm not telling you you shouldn't, just be careful, because with people like these that have access to the internet, you never know what twisted motherfucker could be waiting in the alleyway to snatch you from the street and have his way with you. BTGGF has officially evolved from a simps meme to an incel's dream, but if that's what we start to see is goth women being raped, or worse, kidnapped to serve as a concubine, then that is where I will consider not just the option of waging web warfare, but starting a vigilante program to contain such an epidemic. I don't even need to go into what kind of weird, gross fantasies that this guy possibly wants his goth girlfriend to be a part of, or if he's keen on screwing her against her will every time he gets horny, if he forces her to marry and bear his children, or if he turns out to be abusive. Another thing that this would play into is the slut-shaming of goth women, as they have been shamed by conformists and Christian elitists for their uniform or the music they listen to, or really anything that they do. A state distribution program that forces goth women to fill the role of girlfriend for single men that are not goth would be a deep-cutting victory for the conformists. I close this video off by reiterating that no one is entitled to a goth girlfriend, and catcalling, not to mention calling for state-mandated goth girlfriends, will only get you put on their shit list. Instead of being radical and perverted about it, how about just getting to know them? Don't be shallow about it, don't just go looking for whoever has the biggest tits or the biggest ass. Get interested in the subculture, find out where goths usually get together, or go to a goth rock or a goth metal concert and just see if there are any women that are willing to talk to you. Start with small talk, don't be weird, don't be awkward, and if they all have boyfriends, then oh well. Start a dating profile, convert to goth yourself, and then try to convert your girlfriend. There's no reason to catcall and start stupid bullshit memes such as BTGGF, and there's no reason to call for a law that forces goth girls to be with you. You're gonna make some enemies doing that shit. Even I had to learn the hard way that you can't even kiss their ass as an ally of the subculture without them catching on to it. And that's where I'm gonna end it. If you're a goth and you're concerned for the safety of the people in your subculture, be sure to like this video, tell me about it in the comments below, share the video far and wide, and subscribe to be part of the resistance against BTGGF and the incels that target goth women. And, you know, click the bell if you want to hear more from me. Or if you're a goth that thinks I'm still sucking up to the community, or being a dickhead, or you're an incel that won't be told no when it comes to goth women, go on ahead, dislike the video, dislike my video with 10 accounts, write a comment telling me I'm a normie, and share it to your like-minded friends, so that way they can dislike with 10 accounts and call me a normie. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll be back Thursday with Your Grammar Still Sucks episode 56, and I'll see you all later.